Hello everybody, how are you? Hope it's a good week for you. It's actually Wednesday at this very moment. Normally I tape my videos, I have them in the can by Wednesday, but no, today is one of those days where I have just been struggling to figure out what I want to present to you. And then it hit me like a brick on the head. So at lunch today, I was at a luncheon emceeing the program, and it was during that program that I realized I think I have a good topic for you. And it's something that some of you have inquired about over the months that I've been doing these videos. Many of you know that I'm a newscaster. In fact, before I even said that I was, some of you picked up on it just by the way that I speak. And quite a few of you have asked for a video on vocal presentation, talking, communicating, and how to present yourself. So as I was emceeing this program today, and during a lot of these luncheons, many different people will come to the podium and they will talk and address the crowd. And some people just are more skilled at it than others. And not everybody is going to be in a situation like that where they have to present themselves to a large audience and do public speaking. But the tips that I have are things that can serve you very well in a variety of situations that you will definitely find yourself in. A job interview, work environment, at a party, or just communicating one-on-one with somebody. These are basic tips, tricks, and techniques that I have developed over the 20 plus years that I've been a broadcaster. And so I never really had anybody formally sit me down and share these things with me. I have just observed over the years, and I have taken bits and pieces of what I have seen and observed and have liked and tried to apply them to my speaking and my ability to communicate. So if you don't mind, I would love to share with you some of these tricks that hopefully you can put into play and will work very well in your communicating skills. First of all, first and foremost, hands down, check grammar. Make sure that you are speaking correctly. And it's so easy to make some very simple grammatical errors, and it happens all the time. Things like, Jimmy and me went to the store. Well, it would be Jimmy and I went to the store. But there are certain little slip-ups that we can make that will make us sound less than how we want to present ourselves. So sometimes it might be good to just randomly record yourself talking and just check your grammar, because you might not be aware of it as you're saying it, but if you hear a playback of yourself, you might catch some things where you could be slipping up. So grammar is key. Just make sure you're using the English language appropriately. The second one is to clearly enunciate when you talk, and not to swallow words and letters. Don't go too quickly. Allow people to fully understand what you're trying to say. So enjoy the English language, sound out your words. I don't want you to sound robotic and staccato and overdo it, but at the same time, really develop word usage and the sounds in the words, and to speak with confidence. You know, at the end of every video, I always say, be bold. Why is that? Well, in everything that we do, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, we need to be bold in how we present ourselves. And that means to do things with confidence. The same thing applies to speaking. Speak confidently and you will instantly command attention. The next thing is the tone of our voice. Sometimes people can be a little nasally, and it's because they're talking from here up and they're just using air in here. Well, we have to learn to develop our breathing and to get the air from the diaphragm and use that to power your voice. It completely changes the way you speak, and it's the first trick that broadcasters will use, is learning how to talk from the diaphragm, to breathe deeply and to power the voice with that deep breath. Also, the key is to relax your throat. And there are some different techniques that you can use. Swallow a lot, having saliva in your throat helps. Drinking something warm will do that as well. That's why a lot of singers and vocal recording artists will have, some hot tea with honey to help with the vocal quality. But again, to have a relaxed throat, relax your breath, breathe deeply, and use that to fuel your voice and to deepen it if you feel that your voice is a little too high, too squeaky, or a little too nasally. The next thing is really technique, and that is maintain eye contact with whom you're speaking And don't be afraid to use your hands. I'm a handsy kind of gal. I love hands. I should have been Italian, but I'm not. But I love to speak with my hands. And so they're flying and they're moving and they're talking. But what that does is that makes you animated. And therefore, it's more engaging to express and communicate with somebody who really seems to be into what they're talking about. So don't be afraid to use hand gestures to embellish what you're saying and to let your physical part become a part of your vocal quality. So enjoy that expression, and if you naturally are that way, well, more power to you. Last but not least, you parents are so going to appreciate me for saying this, but there are two words that are severely overused by our youth today and have infiltrated the way people speak. And they would be like, you know. So, like, I went to the store and, like, I couldn't, find what I was, like, looking for, So, like, I had to leave and go, down the road to the other store, like, 5 miles away, and, okay. I don't know what we can do for our children at this point. I think it becomes such an enormous part of their speaking and the way they communicate with one another that trying to listen to young people talk without those two words is next to impossible. But maybe as parents we can devise a technique where instead of calling them out every time they say it, maybe we just go beep every time they say it, and it makes them aware of overusing like and beep, beep. I'm trying to be tactful about this, but those, I would have to say, are my communicating pet peeves. The overuse of like and and if you think about it, what they're really doing is they're bridging the gap until they can find the word to take the place of like and Sometimes people are afraid of dead air, and these likes and are just fillers. So maybe what we can do is focus on finding the right word so we don't have to use fillers, and we can banish and put an end to like, Anyway, these are my top 5 communicating tips for today. I am so happy that I thought about this because I don't know what else I would have done. I don't know. I was just drawing a blank this week, but it hit me today and I'm so glad it did. Your comments and suggestions always so incredibly helpful, because when I am drawing blanks, you provide the answers. So please, if there's something you would like to hear, comment below, let me know what it is, and I will do my best to accommodate. You can follow me on all the various social media channels that I have here. Contribute to that, share your views as well. Facebook, Twitter, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Also KPRC Channel 2 at 6 and 10 o'clock. You can catch my newscast live if you're in the Houston area or outside the Houston area on the station's website at click2houston.com. So with your vocal ability and ability to handle a conversation with confidence, I encourage you to go out there, be bold, be blessed, and I'll see you in a week. Okay?